Well, hello there, chat. Nice to see you today. First of all, congratulations to Lunady, to Dubshadow, and to Brian, of course, for first, second, and third, respectfully. Hello, Lunady. Hello, Brian. Hello, Dubshadow. How is everybody doing today? Today is one of those days where my memory is particularly shit. How shit is it, Will? Well, I'll tell you. Earlier today, at around noon, which was about 6 hours ago, I was like, I'm gonna go get a bowl of ice cream. That seems like the thing that I want to do today. That's a pick-me-up that I want. So I go to the kitchen, I grab a bowl, I put it down, and then time passes. I've done several things. I re-enter the kitchen. I see the bowl. I go, oh yeah, I was gonna get ice cream. Some more time passes. I return to the kitchen an hour or so later. I see the bowl. I go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to get that ice cream. Some time passes. I start stream. I gather the doodads that I need for stream as the timer's going. I grab water. I grab some of the remainder of my tea. I see the bowl on the counter. I go, right, I'm supposed to go get ice cream. But I have to go start stream. So that poor bowl has been sitting on my counter for 6 hours. Unused, and abused through neglect and a lack of acknowledgement. And quite frankly, I feel bad. So that's been my day. How's everybody else's day been? It's Thursday after all. Pardon that very loud gulp. My bad. I'm gonna lean a little bit. I'm gonna be over here now to drink from now on. I don't think I saw the sound spike with that gulp. I hope at least. Took a dip in the pool after work. I'll go again tomorrow since it's supposed to be even hotter then. Well, Brian, that sounds like a very good way to approach things. That's a very appropriate way. I hope that you're using sunscreen, though, unless it's an indoor pool. If it's an outdoor pool, I really hope you're using sunscreen because, my God. At least for me, I burn very easily. And did not use sunscreen for a vast majority of my life because it was, besides the times that when you're younger, your parents do that for you. They're just like, oh, you don't go out there until you got the sunscreen. And then when you start becoming like a teenager, you're just like, I don't need sunscreen. And then you don't. And then you get burnt. And you don't learn because you're a dumb teenager. And then you go into adulthood and you continue to not learn because now you're a dumb young adult. And now finally here I am. Going like, maybe I should use sunscreen every now and then. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. Maybe I'm onto something with this. This seems novel. This seems new. No one's ever done this before in their life. But yes, we are back to Wandering Village. We're gonna try something a little bit new. I don't know how this works or what it I know what it does, but I don't know how it functions. But we're gonna let you guys decide the direction that Amba goes. And hello, 4B. How was the rest of your stream, my dude? I hope that you had a great time. I literally saw you were on, threw stretches and hydrates at you, and then was like, I actually have to continue working on the thing that I'm working on because I'm mildly in a flow state at the moment and I need to cling to it for dear life. So I was just like, yeah, take care of yourself. And then I went back to work. I have one boss left, I think. Oh, hell yeah, my dude. I peeked in every now and then and I saw you were doing the shooty bang bangs. So, it sounded like you were making it looked like you were making progress. I can't say sounded, unfortunately, because I had to keep the stream muted, because otherwise I would be too distracted. And I wonder what my model's going to do when I do this. Well, that's an interesting thing that happened. There we go. I hit a wall. Oh, did one of the bosses you caught today kind of give you a little bit of a run for your money? Because I've definitely experienced that, where it's just like, oh man, I think we're gonna beat this game today, and then you hit that boss that just is giving you the counter of your life. Like, it's just spam low kicking you, and you're just like, will you fucking stop? It was just a long sequence without a checkpoint. Oh. If a game has that throughout, it's like, alright, fine, it's annoying, but whatever. But, like, if it doesn't, it can be such a flow-breaking experience from the perspective of, like, immersion. I can't think of what game it was anymore. Oh, no, it was Split Fiction. When Luna D and I were playing Split Fiction, there were a couple times where there would be these moments that they would make hard, but they were supposed to be epic moments, but because you're dying, it just, like, murders your momentum, and you're just like, okay, I was super excited until you started killing me. And they're just like, yeah, but the game kills you all the time. Half of the joy of the game is, you know, like, half of the name of the game is to practice by having such a simple death situation. Look at the boss fights, like, Lunity and I would die all the time, and it's just like, it's fine, you know? Like, we're learning because the other person basically has to get put in the position where they need to just learn the patterns through survival. That's fine. But if it's like hallway sequences, it's so frustrating, because it's like, why would you do this? It's just like, oh, because it's a challenge to overcome it. It's just like, well, I'm mad now because I was really into the story, and you're like punishing me for being in the story. Grr. Difficulty spikes are the worst. Yeah, oh my god. I can't think of another game off the cuff at the moment that does that. But I've definitely had some games before where the difficulty spike is just flat out like, fuck this game. You know, like it gets you to that point where you're just like, okay, well, I'm legitimately mad at this point. Like, what is this? I wish I could think of one off the cuff. Brain, please, I know you can do it. I've had a bunch of games with difficulty spikes. Yeah, but you love Metroidvanias, so this is like your wheelhouse. Like, you've got a black eye, and you're asking for more. You're upset about the black eye because it's harder to see when you're sitting there like this, but that's not gonna stop you. Whereas, like, I, not a Metroidvania connoisseur, would be like, what the fuck is with this game? What is this bullshit? Man, I cannot remember for the life of me. I have a game in my head that's immediately Artificer with the 40 watch streak. You freaking legend. How was your stream, dude? You look like you were having a great time over rocking out on in the Dark Tides. I sadly couldn't stick around for very long because same with 4B. I was in a bit of a flow state, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pop in, be nice, like, you know, like drop a stretch and a hydrate and go right back to working again. That one has a big difficulty spike after a certain boss fight. Oh my god, Brian, you reminded me of what I was thinking of. Monster Hunter World to Monster Hunter Iceborne. That difficulty spike is a nightmare. Like, the reason I haven't beaten Iceborne yet is because the first couple of bosses in Iceborne are just so, like, remember that you're at the bottom of the food chain, and it's just like, man, this sucks. But hold on. Let me see if there's one on the list here that comes to mind. Yes, thank you, frickin' AI overview. So, games with sudden difficulty spikes are very frustrating, but they can be very challenging. Mentions the Dark Souls series and Cuphead, and it's just like, stop. That's not sudden difficulty spikes. That is a consistent difficulty spike. Very different. Hulk Hogan died? Wait, for real? Oh shit. Huh. Well, damn. Peeps be dropping left and right. Why you booing? Hold on. You already have that. Lunity, you're racking up the you've already got that tea. You're racking up the already had. You're gonna have so many doubles. You're gonna be the person when Steam was really pushing to, like, get the cards for games. You're gonna be the person with so many duplicates that everyone's gonna hit you up just like, hey, noticing that you have like 3 of the, like 3 duplicates. Can I get all 3 of those? Yeah, it sounds like it happened. Like, sounds like it happened a couple of hours ago. I cannot find a good every time that I see one of those like 10 games with insane difficulty spikes, I look at them and I kind of go like, I see Dark Souls on that list and I immediately don't want to give you the click. You know what I mean? Like, just immediately. Nope. Nope, don't think so. Not willing to. Oh, also important thing, for those who are not aware, I realize that I'm gonna do that. So, because we defeated the dare... Oh gosh dang it, because I did that, it counts as exclamation mark enter. Well, whoops, I'm... I'm accidentally in my own giveaway. Well, that's embarrassing. I'll have to change the way that that's written and also remove myself from the list. Gosh dang it. One moment, please. How embarrassing. It's pretty stupid how they talk about Dark Souls as if there's no hard games before Rages at Mega Man and several others. Hello, Ignis! Thank you so much for the raid! Good morning, everybody. Hello, Dante. Hello, Volard? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Ignis. I will be kind and address you with kindness, because I know that today is a day where I can't bully you because you're tired, and it's very difficult to bully you when you're tired. And hello, Sinister, how are you? You guys came in at the perfect time. I hope I fix this now. If any of you have ever been interested in getting the Wandering Village, now that it is 1.0, if you type exclamation mark enter in the chat, you will be entered for a raffle to get a key. I sadly only have one key because we finished a dare for them their sweet Brain, come on, you can do this. Dare drop. There we go. Did those go through or not? I can't enter. I already have the game. I love this game. I didn't realize that you did, Ignis. I didn't see you as a city builder. Also, wait. Luis and Artificer, you might have to type again. I'm gonna check if you guys got entered. No, it looks like you guys got in. Sorry, you guys did get in. You're good. You ride a giant puppy around. I love this game. Oh my god. Ignis, do you actually play? Okay, well, first of all, raise hands, please, and thank you. Just drop an emote in chat if you guys play City Builders. Because I don't know why, but I can't see Ignis playing a City Builder, considering the games that she speedruns. Like, I can't imagine it. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like your thing. I don't understand and I'm confused. I'm not good at them, but I play them. Fair. So done good, very tired. I was telling Ignis that I just got off a 14-hour shift. But we're off till Monday, so we're chilling. Well, at least you get to recover. And Melodic Noodles, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, sorry, I need to stretch on my own for a moment. I've been slaving away, and by slaving away, I mean in a mild flow state, doing art today. I'm gonna go eat, nerd, have fun with wandering around your village. I will try my dangdest, Ignis. You enjoy your food. Your... was it broccoli and chicken? Have fun! Watermelon, well there you go. And get hydrated. I shall get hydrated. I'm out here getting so hydrated by you lovelies. It's appreciated. Oh, I did not shout out Ignis, and that's really embarrassing. I swear, I'm becoming worse and worse of a streamer as I go. It's just all falling apart. It's just pouring out of my noodle. Much like the fact that I've left that bowl that was supposed to be filled with ice cream on my freaking counter for 6 hours. And every time I went to the kitchen, I was like, that should have ice cream in it. And then I would leave the kitchen without doing so, because sometimes we just have days where it doesn't work. 68 hours. Oh, God. You're bringing back memories, Sinister, of when I was an animator. Oh, and a lead animator. The rough days. I think I've told this story to chat before, but I'm going to say it again. There was a point in time when I was a lead for a kid's show. A lead animator for a kid's show. And thank you for the head pats, by the way, Ignis. And we were... almost every junior was, like, fresh out of school. Half of them were 2D animators, so I had to take time out of animating and layout, because I was doing all the layout with the other lead, who would occasionally get dragged off to do VFX. It was a nightmare of a job. It was just a nightmare. So, like, every now and then, I just get a message from the other lead, just like, hey, man, they want me to do VFX. And it looks like it's a big shot. I'm like, how long do you think it's going to take? It's like, at least the rest of the day. And it's like, look at the time. It's 10 a.m. It's like, all right, man. I'll try to get the rest of the layout done by myself. And he's like, I'm so sorry. So it was really bad. Had to, like, guide a bunch of, like, the younger animators to make sure that they knew what they were doing, because they were learning a program. Some of them were learning a program they'd never used before. And we finally make it that on Monday... we start the episode, and on Friday we're done. Like, we did it. Like, it takes so many hours. Like, everybody's working overtime. We're getting paid weekly, like a set rate. It's miserable. And then all of a sudden, our art director calls us in and is like, just specifically me and the other lead, and are like, hey, man, can you get in a call with us? And I'm like, yeah. So we get into the call, and I just hear... It's like the start of a bad YouTube apology video, you know? Like, I hear my art director just go, and I'm like, hey, man, what's up? And he's like, okay. So, the client really likes how fast we're going. And I'm like, I don't like the start of this sentence. So they want us to shave a day off every episode. AKA start Monday and Thursday, start Friday and Wednesday, start Thursday and Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely. That's essentially what it was. And I shit you not, our art director said in that call, I will never forget, he goes... is this doable, or do I tell the client to go fuck themselves? And me and the other lead digitally look at each other. I know that we both looked at our screens, because you get that gut feeling, right? Like, we're in a call, we're not on a video call, but I know that he's looking at my name and I'm looking at his name. And we're both just like, how much of a choice do we have here? And the art director's like, I can see what I can do. So we do, you know, what a lead would do and go, we'll talk to the crew and see what's up. So we separately pull them into a different call and we ask them about things. Like, what do they think? And they're all like, they haven't been crushed by the industry yet. So they're like, yeah, we could do it. Like, you could hear kind of like oh, that sounds difficult, but we could do it. Cut to the first week. Me and the other lead are doing about 60 to 70 hour weeks. The rest of the... yeah, poor hopes and dreams, exactly. The fools! The other animators are at least doing 50 hours a week. Both me and the other lead, get a message from the studio founder, like the boss. He's like, hey, it looks like you guys aren't going to be able to keep up that schedule. we will pay you overtime. Just you and the other lead. If we can make this happen. Me and the other lead get into a call. Immediately we're like, so, overtime pay. And he just quietly goes, yep. And then we stayed in that call for 10 hours. It was 2 p.m. At midnight, we ended the call because we just quietly sat and worked. And then we did that every day for the next 4 weeks, and it was brutal. Long story short, Sinister, I'm so sorry. I understand. It fucking sucks. By the end, when I was before the overtime, if we hadn't gotten that overtime pay, I would have been being paid below minimum wage, the amount of hours that I was working for the pay that I was getting. But because of the overtime pay, it was like, okay, we're bringing that number up just a little bit. I will say, though, maybe I shouldn't say, legally speaking, I would never do this. But, you know, sometimes maybe a different number was placed in the invoice than was actually done, you know? Also, congratulations on adding yourself a link. By the me and my wife are working together towards the house soon, so it helps a lot. Oh, for sure. Now I hide in my corner. Yeah, get out of here, Ling. You have things to do. Swats with fly swatter. I mean, I do understand that helps Sinister, but also, please do take care of yourself if you can. Those numbers will fuck you up. Like, I know for me that I was in, like, horrible, like, mental rags by the end of it. Just tatters. Because, like, we were getting to the point where we always had a meeting at 9:30. I would roll out of bed at 9:25, put water into the kettle, start it, get back to my computer, be there for the meeting, work until 2 a.m. on weekdays. Go to bed, wake up at 9:25. Basically every weekday, and on the weekends I would do another, like, between 4 and 8 hours. It sucks. It fucking sucks, dude. You know, the housing market is atrocious. Oh, absolutely. As long as they at least paid the overtime. Otherwise, it's literal torture. Oh my god. Zaki. It was so bad. It was so bad. Okay, this was the part that both is like a wonderful memory that was forged in, like, trauma, you know? Like, there's the whole trauma bonding thing. We had this shot in the last episode of this character doing this acrobatic bullshit, and the whole time we hadn't do. Oh no, Luna D, we're not doing the giveaway until like 2 hours from now. We're gonna go fairly deep into stream before we do the draw. And thank you for joining. Myself and the other lead were both like, I really don't want to lay out that shot. You know, like, I really don't want to lay out that shot. But it was the most difficult shot of the entire episode. And finally, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll do the damn thing, you know? And Melodic Noodles, thank you so much for joining as well. And it turns out that I could lay it out in like 20 minutes. Like, it was this ridiculous, like, I can't believe I did that so fast. I really hope that I didn't screw anything up. Because one of the fun things about animation is, like, if you're rotating things weird and you're doing it in stepped, you can't see when you've screwed things up. So I usually, at the end of layout, for those who don't know what layout is, when you do layout, normally you make a file that has the background, the characters, If you're kind, the rough poses that they were in the shot before, if there was a shot, and some general movement changes of where they move to, ending with the shot being where it is. So like, hold on, we can do this. We can do this really quick. We just have this music in the background. So if you have your shot, goodness gracious me, where's my button? Square. So if here's your shot, and you've got like your background. Background doesn't really matter, but let's just simplistically bump, 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 and you got a little character here. Look at him. He's having a good time. If he starts the shot over here, like the last shot, this is where he ended, and the next shot, he's going to be over here. For the most part, all that layout has to do is be like, well, let's say it's, for simplicity's sake, let's say it's 48 frames. So that means it's about 2 seconds of animation. If he's got to go from here to here, actually that shot already frickin' sucks, but because that's a long ass distance. But you basically make sure that he is in this spot by the end of the shot. What I do is I actually put some animation in there so that it's a lot easier for the person who picks it up. So if they need to do this walk, I would do the walk cycle. Like I would grab one of the walk cycles we have, slap it in there, make sure that he starts and stops at the right place. If I'm doing layout properly, I will copy this pose, and then in the next shot when I'm setting it up, we'll just immediately put them in that pose so that continuity is never a problem. So I did the layout, but that's the thing. So let me see, how can I physically display that? Let's say that you have your boy doing a pose. You know, he's get out of here. He's doing a tough guy pose, and he's like, "Mrr," but then the pose will switch over to him, then doing a big old flex. He's flexing so hard. He's styling on you right now, chat. All these joints have rotations to them. So if you think of it, if they think of the joint like so, then you have this little controller that will... Oh, I can actually do it like this. Hold on. I can do it like this. Boop. So if we go boop, and then we go boop, and we have this controller here. What you do with the controller is this. You're moving the arm in accordance to it. Assume the shoulder's over here just for simplicity's sake, and the hand would be on the other side. So you're doing it like this. The problem is if you want, let's say the arm starts like this. If you want it to go like this, you can either do it like this, or you can do it like this. It still goes to the same spot, but when you run that animation, instead of the character going, "Urgh," he goes, "Brrr." And that's a problem, because now his arm is going through his forearm is going through his arm. His hand is probably going through his body. Everything looks wrong. It's terrible. And now the animator that is stuck with that shot now has to do a frick ton of counter animating to make sure that that works. It's terrible. So that was where my paranoia was, just like, oh God, I hope I did this right. I am sleep deprived. I am exhausted. This is the last episode, so I am on like the last fragments of fumes. Toss it out there because it needs to get done. Get a quick check-in with the art director to make sure that the shot looks good. I get the thumbs up. It goes through. One of the animators picks it up because he is determined to be the guy to do this shot. Like that is his big thing. Like he wants that shot because that's the big one. And also, hello, Scotty. Sorry, I'm just talking about an event that happened a long time ago. Not that long ago, actually. But still. How are you doing, Scotty? Hope that you're doing well. He gets the shot. He is it is the fifth last shot of the entire, not the episode of the show. Then it's the fourth last shot. Then it's the third last shot. Then it's the second last shot. Then it's the last shot. And there's this long period of time where I just get into a call with the animator and we just walk through how to get it to work. Like, he's done a great job. It is looking very good. All of it wonderful. And there's just this moment where both of us have the eureka moment of just like, I think that's the shot. Like, I think it's done. I think the episode is now officially done. So he renders out a preview, sends it over to the art director. The art director gives the okay, and the entire studio digitally, collectively sighs as we're done the contract. And it's like a fond but like miserable memory of just like, oh, we did it. We're all unemployed now. That bittersweet relief. It's rough. It's tumbles, but it is what it is. I'm sorry that I had to get this shenanigans. Did it at least teach kids math or something? It taught little lessons that were for very young kids. Cabinet maker by trade, the tech world isn't something I'm well versed in and can respect your skills. Oh, thank you. Honestly, much like cabinet making, animation is just a skill. If you get taught it, you will know how to do it. You know, there's rules, there's principles and such. More a little bit like, hello Beans, how are you? More like, reminder that it can really suck to exclude other people. Just because you failed doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you shouldn't try again. You know, like those little lessons. Like, that was more of the stuff too. Like, everybody has a hidden talent. Those little kind of lessons. You have a secret. I don't trust your secrets, Beans, and therefore I will not engage with you. I will sip my tea loudly at you, dramatically. Joke's on you. I'm not clicking on that. I'm not giving you the view. Yes, Zachy, that's basically what it was. I sadly can't actually say what the show is because it's got my real name on it. So, you know, can't go doxing myself. Oh, that freaking show. The one thing I will say, last thing, and then we actually get back to the game. One thing that is enjoyable about being in a studio like that, especially, like, this is one of those, like, you know, like, find joy in the misery. Like, if you're surrounded by creative people that are all tired and miserable, the dark comedy that comes out of that world is incredible. Like, you are surrounded by people who are artists and animators and background artists and like 3D riggers. Like, these are creative and complex-minded people, and you have put them in a position where they're all miserable. So all of them have a way to and they're all working together to create a miserable comedy of the show. I remember for so long I had my one buddy beside me, another animator, and we would just come up with random shit that was like actual lore of the show. Like, there was one show that we worked on, we had this character that, like, one of their, how to say it, one of their parents was never in the picture, but every now and then the doorbell would ring, you know? So, and like, oh, and when you open the door, there was a package there. So we would make jokes about how the person delivering the package is the parent, and they're not allowed to see their kid, but that is as close as they can get to their kid, is just on the other side of the door. I'm sorry for the dark humor, everyone, but, like, genuinely, that joke, like, we'd have an episode with the door knock, and me and my buddy would just look at each other with just like, oh, look, it's the parents. They're back. Let's check the animatic to see how close we are to seeing if they get to see their kid. Oh, not at all. Better luck next time, parent. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, the other other show that we worked on, was it that each episode would have one of the two parents as like the motivator to like the beginning of the episode, but they'd never be in the same room. So there were so many jokes in the studio that I worked at about how clearly it was a broken marriage and how they can't stand to be in the same room as each other. Like, they're just white knuckling through their marriage for the sake of their kids. Okay. We'll get back to the game. We'll play the game now. Will, that's terrible. Why would you joke about that? Sometimes you need to joke about dark things when you're stressed. That's just how it is. That's just the life we live around here, okay? I will not be judged. Or maybe I will be judged. No, I'm not your parent. All right, what were we doing again? What were we doing? We're gonna grab these mushrooms to start with. Right, Buddy was about to get frickin' sleepy AF. Oh yeah, we're about to go into the whatever zone this is. I don't know what this is. I hope it's not poison, but it could be poison. We're researching something. We're sending people out to go get ourselves some more iron. This is the one problem I have. Oh, well, I guess, you know what? This is a better spot than not to have our resting. Go on, buddy. You're taking so long to sit down. It's okay, though. We still appreciate you. We appreciate you. That's right. I needed to empty this out so that... Wow, he's so tired. Wait, what's wrong with this building? The quarry. Oh. Oh, dear. Okay, we've burned through that stone. That's a problem. So let's bonk that out so that we can start harvesting that one. This is a big problem I actually have with games. I have really crap short-term memory. So a lot of times, if I haven't played something in a while, it just kind of becomes like in my head, which is like, what was I doing? Heck if I know. That's why I had to restart Dragon Age 3 times. That's the other problem too. If I'm away from a game for a while, I forget everything as well. I have bad short-term and long-term memory. My memory is shot. That's what I'm trying to say. So a lot of times, especially with city builders, I'll do like a 5-hour stint of like a city builder and be like, yeah, that was awesome. I can't wait to play tomorrow. And then I'll play the next day and I'll be like, what the hell was I doing again? Let's just start over. How am I supposed to pick up the pieces when I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing? So instead, we don't pick up the pieces. Just accept we just accept that we start over. A very terrible thing that I do, and I really should stop doing it. Now, what did we want here? The granary. Do that all the time. Restart Persona 3 times because I forgot the controls. Hello, Silent Rain! Understandable. Acceptable. Reasonable. If anybody tells you otherwise, they'll have to deal with me. Get very violent. Pretend to just fake it till I make it. That is the thing I need to learn to do, Lunity, but I haven't gotten there yet. What was the research we just got? Blacksmithing. Oh, that's a big boy. We can make our own tools. Oh, this is a major upgrade. We love this a lot. Oh, our workers are so busy gathering things that they're not even able to gather all this stuff, which is kind of a shame, because it's like, you gotta clear it out so that I can put that bad boy in the way, but I can't. You got all this stuff in the way. Come on, workers. Get on my level. Yeah, you don't have compost, it's okay. I have this game, never played it. Is it good? If you enjoy a good city builder Silent Rain, it's quite good. Like it's got a pretty decent flow. It has different biomes so that the gameplay actually varies up a little bit from time to time. Like for instance, you know, we're currently in like a temperate biome. This is a mountain biome. This is a desert biome. I don't know what this biome is. This one scares me, but we're heading towards it. You can approach your relationship with Onba differently. There's a lot of tech. It's been good. I've been enjoying it a lot. Oh, right. We were going to go down the wheat tree. Because it lets us get a bakery. We're doing it. We're researching wheat. Is it a good idea? I think I've heard of this game vaguely. Is vaguely like... am I thinking of the same game? I don't think so. I mean, you can lob villagers if you get the right research. If you look right up here, you can technically sacrifice villagers if you want to. So if that's what you're thinking, then yes, kind of. I was gifted it, so it would be a good game to try at least. Absolutely. And if you hadn't been gifted it, I would have told you to hit !enter so that you can join the raffle in order to potentially win a copy of it. But if you already got it, that's different. Hold on. I need to switch targets now. There we go. Yeah, it needs iron and wood. Well, we have 6 at the moment, so we're okay at the current time. Oh, that fits so nicely. I love it. Sorry, how to enter raffle? !enter. I originally had it, there you go. You have been entered, Beans. Well done. I originally had it as, in here you can see, you know, type !enter. The problem is that the program, or the website that I'm using in order to keep track of the entries, it takes any !enter no matter where it is in the sentence. So when I first did it, there was not a space between the !enter. So I'm technically entered in my own raffle, which is, you know, got kind of that like I'm my own grandpa energy, and I don't know how to feel about it. You know, embarrassed, I think is the correct way to do so. Right, we have lots of berries, though. Wait, we actually have more? I could put you guys both to harvest. No, I haven't. But you guys are going to be so busy anyway. You're going straight to harvest only. Those guys are going to be going for quite a while. All right, put the boys in there. I'm sure our stone levels are still fine, but there's always a chance. Always a chance that things might go ungoodly. Okay, they're salvaging fine. That's clay and salt, which we don't have to worry about. How are we doing wood-wise? Oh, we're actually doing pretty good for wood. How are we doing mushroom-wise? We're also doing very good mushroom-wise. I think we're kind of in a nice safe spot at the moment, which is nice. Oh boy, hold on. Hold on. There might be something here. The sickness. The party enters a rundown settlement hoping to find leftovers. Contrary to their expectations, the town is populated, but its inhabitants are suffering from a disease. We must help them by any means. Let us stay for a while to cure them. We do have lots of resources. Hey, Kate! Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Kate? I hope that you're doing well. Or, their chances are slim, but we might get infected if we stay too long. We will provide them with water and leave. Or, we can't help everyone. Let's keep moving. No. The medicine has effect on the younger, healthier locals. While most of them want to stay, a couple of them show interest in joining. On their way back, all the scavengers start to feel dizzy. Seems like the sickness has spread. Well, we have decent doctors, so we should be okay. We should be okay. It should be fine. Maybe. What's going on? What are you looking for? Badly poisoned. Well, why are you standing there? Go over to the doctor. Oh, goodness me. The doctors have to walk over to you guys. You sons of guns. Cobalt, thank you so much for the stretch and the subsequent hydrate. I'm a bit stressed, but otherwise good. Oh, no, Kate, I'm sorry to hear that. You beat up that stress. You get violent with it. You freaking give him the old 1-2 overhead. Ooh, and Cobalt's coming in to see if he could add another one to the Endless Archive. Legendary. How you doing, Cobalt? Hope that you're doing well. Let's see if we can get a good shoulder crunch going. Oh, yeah. I think the microphone picked that up. Game's going good so far. We've actually only kind of just started. I admit. Because I was ranting and raving and rambling about several things. Too many things, one might even say. Oh, we have an unhappiness bonus because people are poisoned? Well, I'm sure we'll get to them soon enough. Don't worry about it. Goodness gracious me. Can you believe it? Freaking all this turmoil because one or two... We have homelessness again? How are we even in a state where we could have homelessness? Didn't we also... Oh, yes, we emptied those out, which is good, because now we can demolish them. Specifically, because then we can put houses there. Then we'll never have a homelessness problem again. There. Street lamp. And post. There we go. Systematic sociological inequalities. Never, Cobalt. We would not do such a thing around here. And the fact that you even suggest it gives you a 40-minute timeout. He knows too much. Strike him down. Oh, of course we need like a bazillion planks again. Wait, salvaging yard. Processes debris into various... Oh, that must be where we're heading towards. We must be heading towards an area that has debris. Aqua farm. Plants aqua crops. Well, we don't have that, so that doesn't make any sense for us to get. Commune. Up to 30 peeps. Quality 6. Oh, that's actually not a bad one. It doesn't have any poison resistance, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, we're also really running out of sand because we're constantly making glass that we don't need. So we're really going to actually turn off... We're going to turn off the glass blowers for a second there, because that's going to just be a huge problem. You still sleeping? Yeah, you're still sleeping. That's alright. We appreciate the goober for who he is. That's right, we got the 2 lumber yards over, but the bottom. A slow wood creating process, but it still does the trick. EP boy? Absolutely, Scotty. I noticed that your name has changed. Should I worry? Should I read into this, or should I just let it slide? Speak your truth, friend. We're gonna go back to here. Those houses should be basically built perfect. They're actually also pretty decently decorated. There's still one person who's poisoned. Or is there not? I'm very confused. Your villagers are growing impatient and sure the things. Yeah. We got our best people on it. Oh wait, this person did not get switched over to the cooked beets. That's a problem. What about the berries though? Are the berries just getting absolutely chomped before they even make it to the place where they're supposed to be? Also, there are a bunch of berries over here. We might as well actually grab another berry gatherer while we're at it. We have the resources. We might as well do so. I'm going to do a quick snooze of those ads because we're not ready for ads yet. They really want us to do the ads, but we ain't down with that sickness. Not yet, at least. Maybe one day. Not for now, though. No. Wiggles finger aggressively. Oh, hello there, trader, for coming back. Oh, wait. What's the issue? Oh. Put 2 peeps on there. Only harvest. Oh, wait, we have 23? Okay, plant and harvest is fine then. Out here so worried. Like, oh dear, wait. Yeah, that's the big one. We want to research wood. Or, wheat. So that we can... well, get wheat. It's valuable. Because then we could turn it into flour, and then we could turn it into bread. It'll be a heck of a transition to do that. And it'll take some space. But, that's a different food source. And sometimes, food sources do be hype. Yo. As the kids say. The kids do say that, just to be clear. Anybody who says otherwise is incorrect. I love when I learn new lingo, but then just still immediately revert back to just like the old man. You're back in my day, we wouldn't be talking like this. We'd pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and wear our pants properly. And everybody sighs and goes, ugh, Grandpa's on it again. He's back on his old rants. Is there a way to... oh, it's a V. Hold on, I just want to make sure that this stuff gets dealt with quickly. Mimi, are you sleeping? Did you come in here to take a nap? Very reasonable. Considering how ridiculously well furnished the timeout corner is at this point. Very reasonable to want to take a nap here. Also, I feel that, Mimi. I took like a 45-minute lay down earlier because I was just zonked. Today's just one of those days. Okay, they're still doing their thing, which is wonderful. Still got some gas, but we mostly should just do the thing. Yeah, we need that brickwork to get their butts in gear. And also to turn this area into a stone road so that they move faster. It's brilliant! But I'm sorry that you're feeling tired, by the way, Mimi. I hope that you feel more rested soon. Let me zoom out for a bit. Oh, we're about to enter the scary zone. I don't know what's in the scary zone. But we're gonna find out soon. You can kind of see it off in the distance already. This morning I had to wake up early for a doctor's appointment. Was very tired after. And rotted in bed for a bit. Then felt energetic. And was like, I'm gonna get a lot done today. And then reality set in. I know the feel, and I'm sorry that you're feeling it. It's a little funny though. Also, we need to take a quick little ad break if you guys can or able to. If you get up and stretch, grab yourself some meat, grab yourself some drink. Make sure you take good care of yourselves. I'll be back ASAP. BRB. Also, Mimi, if this game is interesting to you, exclamation mark, enter. BRB. And we're back. All right, everyone. We no longer have to worry. The bowl has been filled with ice cream. It took 7 hours, but the bowl has ice cream in it at long last. So if you guys can and are able to, I would appreciate if you guys go grab yourself some ice cream too and enjoy. Impromptu Thursday ice cream hangout. It's important. Join. I wonder if there's something wrong with the fridge. I had milk there and it was fine this morning. It was all chunky. I took and cleaned a bit. Hopefully they fixed it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Artificer. That's such an annoyance. Maybe I will. Oh, do it. I have a lot of ice cream to get through. Well, now is the perfect time, Mimi. The call to action has been done. Do you accept the challenge? Man, my big thing is that I really should have put the clay here. Now they have to walk from here to there just to move the clay. Well, I don't know if you have it up in Maple Land. Kellogg's cereal ice cream. Googling. This is absolutely worth my time to Google. Huh. I would try this. There'd be a couple that I would have no interest in, but would try just for the sheer fact of trying. Like, I was never somebody who enjoyed Fruit Loops, so I don't know how the Fruit Loops ice cream would taste. But I used to love Frosted Flakes. And by used to, I mean I still totally sometimes buy a box like once a year. Just to inhale a box in like, you know, like, in like 2 days. If it's really bad, if I'm really ravenous, I'll eat it in a day. It's terrible when I could eat a box of cereal in a day. It's like, why did I do this to me? Why did I do this to us? I say gesturing still at myself, but this time at the mirror. I just ate. I'm gonna wait a bit. Very reasonable. Hold on. The Kellogg's Rice Krispies was surprisingly the best one. It was amazing. Then the Fruit Loops was terrible. Oh. I mean, I can kind of see Fruit Loop. Like I said, I was not a Fruit Loops guy. Never was. Likely never will be. I could see like a Nesquik. Like ice cream being good, because it's basically just chocolate to some degree. There we go. Get all this stuff in there. Oh, we've entered the biome. The biome is called Ruins. It's decent humidity. Water wells produce tainted. Okay, that's the big one. Alright, get the peeps in there. We need more clay because it's a bad time in here. Air toxicity is medium. Okay, so this place kind of sucks. Okay, we're working on getting the mushrooms to start with. I think I had a Kit Kat ice cream at one point. It was decent. Yeah. Oh, there used to be a Rolo ice cream that was really good, and then at some point they decided to only, like, the reason it was really good is, one, it was, you know, like a Rolo, so it was like a chocolate, but they added like kind of like a soft like caramel streaks into it, and then there were a bunch of tiny Rolos in it, and then for some reason they stopped putting caramel in the ice cream and only left the mini Rolos, and I'm like, this immediately became worse of an ice cream. Like, I will never purchase this again. Minerva, hello, I hope that you're doing well. It tasted like leftover Fruit Loops milk. With a drop of floor cleaner. Mimi, you sound like you know what floor cleaner tastes like. Any particular reason for that? And how... I used to love Extra Moose Tracks, but I had it again recently and it was bad. Do you think it was bad because it's bad, or do you think it's bad because it got worse over time? You know, like the end shitification, but of food, where it's like, well, we got to put cheaper stuff into it to make it cheaper to make. Like just like, sometimes there's a part of me that's like, oh, I'm just thinking about this from the perspective of, like, how to say, you know, childhood nostalgia, and it wasn't actually that good. But then there's a part of me that's like, no, I'm also a cynical adult, and I know that companies would do anything to squeeze like 2 extra cents out of a product. So it's probably that they replaced the frickin', you know, they replaced the cornflakes with wood chips, you know, like. Saves us 7 cents a box. Yep. That's why, without getting too hyper political, why are you being a goofy goober? Oi. There we go. That's why whenever I see that a company is like getting fined by something that they've done, I am a firm believer of, like, they should be fined every penny that they made off the product that hurt people. If they made a revenue of $2 billion, fine them $2 billion. Hell, fine them $2.2 billion. Add an extra 10% on top of it just for the sheer bullshit that they did. I apologize. I know I don't normally get political in chat, but in those situations, I just get so frustrated. I get mad. Or should I say, I get mad. What he said. Prison time for executives. Absolutely. Like, the fact, what was it? The Pinto, the car, that there was math behind going, all right, we know this car is incredibly unsafe. Will we make enough money to cover and exceed the lawsuit payout? If you're ever in a boardroom meeting and you hear someone go, well, this is about our projected amount of money that we can make, and this is about how much the lawsuits are. If anybody in there says worth it, you should be legally allowed to hit them with the closest thing that is near you. I don't care if it's a chair, if it's a plant, if it's a letter opener. I do not care. That person needs to be violently reminded that they are a human and that other people are humans. / end rant. Sorry, my inner anarchist came out for a second. Also, hold on, I need to read this real quick. Appears of Corey. Oh wait, we've had this before. Last time we had people that were sick and we didn't really get much out of it. So let's just grab some rocks and leave. Find a lot of rocks in the area without anyone getting hurt. You know what? Reasonable. Also, we are running out of stone slabs? Pardon me? Carpenter. Oh no, we do have oh, I thought for a second that we didn't have anybody on stone slabs and was like, wait, what? How? We feel the pain instead. Yeah, I feel that, Kate. Unfortunately, we are definitely, you know, without being the guy that's like, we live in a society. That's not what I'm going for. But we're definitely in a weird era right now where it's not like this didn't always happen. You know, as a Dutch person, I constantly feel guilt for the Dutch East India Company and what it's done. But at least back, like, we're now in an era where information is so readily available that it's so easy to see that it happens. And I think that's more frustrating. In, like, eras gone, you would never know, because how would you know? You didn't have access to a newspaper. You probably didn't even know how to read. Now we can literally Google how much payouts executives are giving themselves and being like, well, that fucking sucks. Cobalt, no, you're one of my mods. You have to be a good example. In fact, technically, you should be being like, Will, as your mod, I feel the need to remind you that you're supposed to be a cozy streamer, and you're currently entering non-cozy topics. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to finish the ice cream. Will's a cozy streamer? Hey, I try to be. I try to be cozy. I'm sorry. I remembered that I had the pipe and got distracted. I don't know what we got here. That's a pretty good one. Probably want to aim for that. I want to go after the shipwreck. Not worth it. Okay, it's a pretty small area, so that's at least good. Oh, goodness me. Fine, I won't say anything about a famous... Oh, I don't know this meme. I was about to say... you made the mistake of mentioning fate around Mimi. People die if they're... I love that Mimi was literally just like in before. It's this. I went to the Know Your Meme and I'm just like, oh yeah, I do know this. I didn't know it was from Fate. But good God. Truly we live in the good era. Actually, we could have technically destroyed this and done the... Yeah, well, would have been too much of a workaround. It's fine, it's fine. Fate mentioned neuron activated. Yeah. Oh, wait. Those are all full. Okay, no, they're being filled with tainted water, which means one of them has to have regular water. Oh, I forgot to put peeps in there. Which means we're also more desperate for clay more than ever. So let's slap another person on there. What's our clay numbers doing, actually? Oh, we're doing fine for clay. It's all fine. Well, listen, it kind of makes sense in context, I think. That, I think, is doing a lot of carrying right now, maybe. Just like, no, it makes sense. Maybe. Like, you almost have to do that little, like, let's move on. This is neat, though. The remains of a city, once again displaying what this game actually does. Were the 90s actually better? I feel like I remember the 90s being better, but I was a kid at the time. Cobalt, every single generation lives through world-changing events. It just really feels like for some reason right now we're living through a lot of world-changing events. I wish they would stop every 5 minutes, though. True. Honestly, maybe this is me just being the most completely maybe this is a really terrible take, but I feel like a bunch of people were kind of happy in like a cynical way about the V Shoujo stuff, because you got to be like, okay, I can just go back to hating a corporation and not looking at the world like, oh, World War III is gonna happen tomorrow. You know, you just get to be like, oh, okay, there's some corporation drama, some peeps are being rude. You know, we get to just watch this little, you know, instead of it being like the whole sphere, you get to watch this tiny little snow globe of just like, well, that sucks, but all right, I can focus on that. I don't have to think about anything else. And then, of course, we had the fact that Iron Mouse's charity thing reached over $1 million, which was actually like wonderful. And just like the immense just support from everybody was also really nice. You know, like all the peeps coming out and getting to share their stories and getting their stuff out, and their communities rallying together to support them. Like, I know that's not like the most amazing thing, but I still like that we got to witness that, you know? And I'm sure that there were people that are very cathartic. Getting catharsis that, was it today or yes? It's got to be today that the CEO was just like, company's dead, bye. Like it's a very double-edged sword, but at least if you don't think about it, there's just like a, you know what? Fuck them, you know? Bye. All the talent that was there is going to be fine because they have large communities that are eager to support them. I hope at least that's the case for them. And hopefully the peeps that caused this get flicked in the forehead and are, I don't know, some kind of rude thing that I can't really say here because I don't want to upset anybody with my antics and my strange statements. But yeah, I do think that there's a reason that sometimes we as people just like to be able to just go, okay, you know, it sucks, but it's fine. We just get to look at this train wreck so that we don't watch all other 50 train wrecks for a little while. Yeah, exactly, Mimi. And it also really felt like it brushed over the fact that, as you mentioned, or as Cobalt mentioned, that there was a lot of money that vanished into thin air, and there's just like a, what happened though? Where did the money go? Updated, and now there's 105 train wrecks. Oh no! I was only at 50! Now I have to pause stream and read about the other 55! Damn it! This is gonna take all night! Okay, no, we still have... Okay, we still have a bunch. Yeah, we're still okay. We're still okay. Well, so that's a lot of money. Yeah. Like, I can't claim to, like... I can't really say much about it in the sense of, like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how to run a company. I don't have any experience like that. But clearly, something had to be up. Because that was... weird. And a problem. Alright, we're in a new area. Oh, we're actually back in Beats territory. Hell yeah, can't make that joke one more time, but... gosh dang, do I want to. Cobalt, you're like unironically talking about like vulture capitalism right now, though. Where it's just straight up like, as long as we can make the books look like we're making more than we're losing, it's fine. Until the company falls apart. I think that's vulture capitalism. I'm not always the best when it comes to words. Words are difficult. Send those boys out. Healing potion. Yeah. There was the thing recently. I'll say this last thing and then we'll get off the topic because I know for some people it's both not interesting or just straight up like, I don't really want to think about this. I understand that. But like, what was it? The one tweet that came out recently with it just like, remember when VShojo plastered their talent all over this like one, what was it? Like, I can't remember if it was a mall or like a subway platform and being like, look how much we appreciate our fans or like our talent. And it's like, instead of doing that, you could have paid your talent. Because it sounds like those two things did not coexist very well. One did not feed the other in a way that was productive in any sort of way. Which is what matters more. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate it. Whenever I'm like, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, and one person's just like, it's probably right. I'm like, because I am not good at terms. Terms is not my strong suit. Which is really irritating when I try to talk about a specific thing and have a moment of like, I feel like I should know what I'm talking about. And I know what I want to talk about, but I don't know how to say it. Oh yeah, that's the next spot. Should grab the salt, though. Salt is important. Perfect, they're back. Let's do that while that only still costs 1. Are you still not done gathering all those mushrooms? Oh, there's a timer. But I want to make sure our boy continues to food. Also, he's about to become a sleepy boy. Oh, yeah, his health is actually kind of bad. 1 second. We have a healing potion, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we also have that. Grab the herbs. Feed our boy the good so that he may prosper and not be poisoned anymore. Difference between making sacrifices to reinvest in your business and to make it bigger and to sacrifice your employer's salary to live in luxury. No, you right. You right. And it sounds like that situation is super freaking complex because there's two different branches. That's the stuff that I still need to look into a little bit more because I don't fully understand how that all works. But it seems like it gets complicated. Okay. All right. Also to make sure that people are actually happy and healthy. Boop. Okay, we do have 2 peeps working on that. Perfect. All good. Yeah, that's what I mean, Mimi. That's the stuff that I still don't fully understand and, like, actually need to sit down and, like, learn about at some point. Okay, we're gonna get hit by 2 different cold snaps. This is gonna be an adventure, but, you know. We roll with those punches. Wait, what's this? Oh, crap. That actually means people are... Oh, I actually don't know how this works. Do they go over to him and toss it into his mouth? It looks like they administer the stuffs. Oh, and hell yeah, mint, let's go. Oh yeah, I was drinking a little bit of mint tea last night, actually, just before I went to bed. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, we actually have lots of... I thought we didn't have any salt. Why did I think that we didn't have any salt? Why am I so embarrassing, chat? Ugh. I actually want those, and I want those. And I'm willing to spend a fair amount of stuff to get it. Say will. Do you use honey in your tea at all? Forgive me if I have to... Oh, no worries at all. Yeah, I normally actually put a glob of honey in the teapot before I pour the water into it. I'm not a big honey guy. Like, I don't actually really like honey. But I know that it's healthy, so I use it. It's the same reasons that if I get, like, pizza and it has mushrooms on it, it's like, I'm not a big fan of pizza. I know mushrooms are healthy, so I'ma just tolerate it for the sake of me. Like, the lightest borderline, like, most pointless moment of discomfort for, like, decent benefits. Starting to get stomachache after eating breakfast, so I started having some warm peppermint tea, and it helped. That's awesome, though. I'm glad that that works for you. Oh, he's taking a nap, which is actually great, because he's in a position where I actually wanted to do a bunch of stuff. So this is actually fantastic that he happens to be sleeping here. We love to see it. Well, not a big fan of pizza, but we'll eat it with mushrooms. That is not what I said. I love pizza. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. How dare you? Did I say I'm not a big fan of pizza? I'm a huge fan of pizza. Hello, Link, by the way. That's what you said. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I will not be... I misspoke. There was a misspoken. This is the Luna D fascism thing all over again. Oh, I'm never gonna defeat these allegations. And hello, Link, how are you? I hope that your stream went well. Welcome, everybody. We're playing some Wandering Village. By what is happening? Oh, I accidentally said, I meant to say I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, but if they're on pizza, I will totally eat the pizza. Will's a fascist who hates mushrooms. How dare you? How dare you? You know what? I'll let it be up there for 20 minutes. Just as long as it's not perma-penned, I'll let it sit there for 20 minutes. We'll see what kind of madness comes out of a message like that. Yeah, but I accidentally said pizza, so it was very embarrassing. You've caught me in basically this is the moment where, you know, I am on stage performing my speech and my belt has failed and now everybody sees my underwear. That's what's happening right now. And right as that's happening, the doors to the gymnasium open and another class walks in. It's over. It's doom. It's awful. Hold on, let me make sure that I haven't missed any messages here. Also, we have a new man. Nope, read all of that. Mimi, please, no. You know, there's no way you don't know that I like pizza. I refuse. There you go, no mushrooms on pizza. Not a very fun guy. Look, okay, look. There was a hiccup in communication. And I think we're all adults here. We can move on from this. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, the sky is looking kind of spooky over there. Okay, we got the wheat. Wait, we already have the wheat? I didn't even realize the wheat was done. Boop. And that's water. Alright. We need more water production. We have so many beets. Let's switch it over to... Okay, so wheat actually is a very specific crop, but can't never forgetty. Out here dropping all that mom's spaghetti right now. This son of a gun. Just can't let it go. I'm gonna have to make him forget. Permanently. Goodness me. Wait, are we still good for homelessness? Hold on, wait. Yes, we're good. Okay. Home quality is fine. Everything is fine. We're good. I'm gonna want to play Dwarf Fortress. Lords and villains. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm a bad influence, Mimi. This is not who I want to be. This is just who I am. Wait, what's the problem here? Oh, we're once again having water problems, are we? All right. Then I guess it's time to build another one. I hate that playing games consumes energy that I don't have. The worst part is, too, is when you want to play a game and you want to play with friends, but you're like, I already am sitting at like 2%, and it takes a minimum of 10% to play with people. I don't know how I'm going to approach this. I'll never financially recover. Let's go. We got that, and we got that, and we got that, and we got that, we got that, we got that. Is it gonna be boom-a-da-booms? Give me 1 second, chat. I feel like a thunderstorm is heading in this direction, and I want to make sure that I know. So give me uno secondo while I check. Oh yeah, that's a fucking cloud, baby. Now. There we go. Boom. Just had to close the curtain. Because I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms, you see. I mean, it'll still take a bit before it gets here, methinks, but... Wow. Stream smarter, grow faster, learn more strategies for your channel with the newest creator camp. All right. You've got me convinced. You best not be pulling my tail, though, Twitch. Be very, very rude otherwise. I mean, I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so yeah. Sir! Go to bed right now. Go to bed immediately. But yeah, we are supposed to have a severe thunderstorm today at some point for several hours. So if I randomly disappear, know that that's the case. Ba-ding. Ba-ding. Oh, and thanks. Hi, I appreciate that. We're canceling Will for being a pizza hater. I made some verbal hiccups, and I'm paying the price. Hi, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Don't give her this fuel, chat. She's my rival. She'll never let it go. Hold on. Let's figure this out really quickly. Find a small bag filled with dice. They're different kinds, but they're all handcrafted from bone. That belonged to poor Ashton. Always making up games for us to play while on the high seas. I figured all his cards and boards were rotten, but his dice remain. Perfect. Your rival needs to know. No! Mods, feed this man to the dinosaur. Look here, Haya. Also, despite what my place looks like, it's very poorly optimized. This is a major production hub, and my warehouse is over here. They have to walk across town with the materials in order to be functional. It's a terrible setup. I'm being terrible. Okay, but he's joking, right? It's a bit... Oh, no, Haya, literally, I was trying to explain that I don't really like mushrooms on pizza, but I know that they're healthy. But for some reason I said, now I don't like pizza instead of now I don't like mushrooms. Because my brain was several words ahead to where my mouth was. And thus I doomed myself for all eternity. Okay, so you're not an actual monster. I'm not a monster. I just play one on TV. There we go. And we still need more water production. Ugh. We're never gonna have enough. You know what, that clay pit, more like gone now pit. Note that he didn't deny being a fascist. You're not supposed to read that part. Come on, stop it, you're bullying me. Me out here, like, why is everyone so mean to me? Okay, you know what? We're reducing the amount of peeps working on both of these fields because there's clearly so many spots that have not even had their food picked up yet. Beans, do I know this situation? Gotta go pick up some food. Good luck. Be brave, Cobalt. Better not be pizza. No one likes pizza. How much time is left on this frickin' thing? Okay, about 10 minutes. Okay, I can be a miserable person for 10 minutes, and then I have to go back to being nice. One of my sisters used to say she hated pizza. She'd say it was greasy and gross, which is what my dad used to say to try to get us to not want pizza. Then they grew up and were just like, what the fuck, I love this. Why did I think it was bad? And you're like, because you were manipulated by a parental figure. But you're better now. Hope you have fun building the rest of your town. Why, thank you. I will do my dangdest to have fun in such endeavors. No promises, but we will try. What is our water levels at? Oh, it's terrible. Our water levels are awful. Brain, you can do this. Remember what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, technically we should be going down this route specifically, but we don't have access to debris yet, so. Although we could also actually make our own survival gear. We don't have that essence, though. We do technically need the laboratory at some point, too. But again, we don't have, like, the fungal spores. We can make the commune. Which is really good, it seems. The irony is my dad is obsessed with pizza like the way that an alcoholic is addicted. He's also obsessed with his self-image and being healthy. Ah, I see. So... how to say, it's a projection of his own insecurities. Or at least his desires to look in a particular way. Which is almost more frustrating, because it's just like, why'd you make this other person more miserable? Just because you feel like you need to be in this one particular way. So. I don't really like pizza. Oh, Luda D. I was the heel. Don't shift. Don't shift. You didn't have to do this to you. Stringed instrument, the body seems to be smashed in strings, but it's obviously well worn even before it was destroyed. The old man had a heart of gold and the voice of an angel. He used to regale us with his shanties day and night. Lived for the sea, he did. Or maybe it's only right he was taken by it. R.I.P. Right. That's all of it. Would you do me a favor and bury the belongings at sea? Thank you. As for your reward, come see me at the sea. I'm in me sloop and give a number of vessels around. Given the number of vessels around, you can't miss me. Alright, so we technically have that quest done now, which is great. Ah, hold on. Messages are disappearing. I mean, I can understand why he would feel miserable. Mimi, 3 pizza, like I will eat a pizza in a sit down by myself, but 3? Jesus. I like pizza only because it's a good excuse to eat a lot of cheese. I mean, you're not wrong though, Ling. Everybody enjoys a good, you know, bite, and then the endless string that comes from that bite where you're just like trying desperately to not let it string too low so that you lose it. My favorite pizza is actually basic cheese pizza. That's reasonable. I'm a basic pepperoni boy, so like I can't say nothing. joke on the string. Snappa has like borderline molten lava cheese down his throat, and he's just like, "Gug, gug, gug, I'm not gonna let you win." Literally burning his esophagus right now. Mimi, if that's the case, it's not worth wasting your breath. That's a weird self-hatred that you are not responsible for, unfortunately. I sent you the... Alright. I'm willing to pause because I don't know what the heck that is. You win out of the purest of curiosity. I gave it 30 seconds and I'm dying because I don't know what's happening. I don't understand Ling and I'm confused and frightened. Hold on. There it is. It's the be sure to shake it, yes. That's the actual... Jesus Christ. We live in strange times. That's where I'm at. Is it literally just I will not conform? Is it just the new version of Breaking Benjamin? I will not bow, I will not break. I will shut the world away. Is that what this is? Is it eggy for the sake of being eggy? Is he just the eggiest boy? I will experience this in its entirety as it was given to me. That's... You people are freaks. And I will not apologize for that statement. You're all a bunch of weird little freaks. Man, I am running out of space. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Freaks are more fun, right? Right? Depends. But I would say yes, with a cautionary asterisk. I don't know what the asterisk is for. Like, it's... I don't know what the label actually implies. But there is an asterisk. It doesn't lead to a small subtext. It just simply is there as a reminder. much wheat do we have? 27. I'll put one person to work in here. But 2 freaky deaky is scary. This for the next 20 minutes, just nodding. I really love the trope of... Mimi, do you enjoy the I'm going to take a potato chip and eat it? Yeah, okay. I have acquired all the knowledge I need. Why we're not in, why we're notters. I was making tea. You're good. Oh, because Freaky Deaky is good, but 2 Freaky Deaky is scary, Dub Shadow. That's what we were saying. Will, is the pink land desert? This area is actually mountains. Pink is mountains. Yellow is desert. I don't actually know. Or, wait, blue is water. Purple is, like, ruins? We've only just got there. Ruins are strange. They're fascinating, but they're strange. Wait. Mimi, so you're also the one that is just like this form of long-distance sprinting has been passed down from generation to generation. I don't remember exactly if that's the quote from, what is it? Captain... Oh, what is his name again? I forgot his name. Dang it. Hands on one of my favorite anime. Wait, hold on, wait. Today's menu for the wait, that's an actual anime? Hold on, Saber maybe. King Arthur, but on Tuesdays it's her turn to take out the trash. I am fascinated by what you're saying, but I cannot process it in the moment. My brain is too soup. Yes, there we go. Oh, that's a big freaking kitchen. Oh, we're in that scenario again, are we? I gotta figure out where the heck to slap this bad boy down. Cautiously put it right there. Hit the winter once again, because that's how it is. 7 mages, summon legendary peeps. Because it's all out war. When do we build the rocket ship? Well, Denzel, if you would give me some time, I was just talking about how we need to start producing the rocket fuel. No, we won't be having that for a little while still, if there ever is. Right now we want to plant seeds on the world in order to bring it back to life. Also, how are you, Denzel? I hope that you're doing well. Burp. Okay, they're back. They brought back what was in there. That's a reasonable amount of water. Hold on. Bam. This game, see the building on the back of the big guy. Is it good? I enjoy it. If you like city builders, I think you will like this. It's got a lot of good. A lot of neat things to it that I personally enjoy. Nah, that'll be okay for now. Though we do need to send him some foods. Also, Denzel, if you're interested in getting it, if you hit !enter, you can get access to it. Wait, so you don't have the Odyssey DLC? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Dub Shadow, I don't follow. You're gonna have to explain it to me in excruciating detail. Like you're gonna be late for your stream today. You're gonna have to explain it so thoroughly. Dub Shadow, sorry. What is Rim World, and how is this reference? How does this reference work in this regard? Heck yeah! But what if all the characters were just hanging out and enjoying food instead? So they're super powerful beings that are just like, okay, but what are we ordering though? Is there a way to tell if you're entered? You should be entered, Mimi. If you want to do !enter again, it's not going to enter you a second time. I will check the thing if you do and see if it goes up or not. But I think that you're in. Get ready for a wall of text in like 5 minutes. Nope, you have to separate it into 3-sentence bits. It's very complex. But you can only send the three sentences once a minute. There's a lot of stages to this. I told you, you're going to be late for your stream. Hold on, let me read that real quick. FFS. FS. Fazugzuk. What stream? Wait, you don't stream today? I was so sure you streamed today. Dub Shadow, I do not know your stream schedule. I am a fake fan and a false friend. And it saddens me every time. Oh wait! Also, we gotta do a quick ad break if you guys can't able to. If you can, but stretch, grab yourself some meat, grab yourself some ring. Wish you guys take care of yourselves some back. ASAP, BRB. I forgot I had captions on. Dub Shadow, why did you change your color? Yeah, it's ads go faster, ads go faster. I want to stream, ads go faster, or I'm gonna scream. Because I can, you monster. Captions. Yeah, my captions were on and I didn't realize. I was just sitting here being like bum 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 bum, and I just went. Oh, also, right. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, and Strobaffle. Oh, wait. I forgot to turn things back on. Oh, I'm such a foolish fool. I forget to shout people out. I'm not putting my frickin' redeems or my things. I'm a mess. How do I make it this far? I need to, like, activate one of these as like a punishment to be like, all right, you right, let's get on this. What's a good one? That's a punishing one. What's the settings on that again? I love that when I select one thing and then mentally I'm like, oh, but it's probably this one. 1 second, please. There we go. There. All right, now they're all active. Hold on, what am I missing? What's wrong, Mimi? Did you forget that you had captions on when you were in a phone call? Wait, hold on. There were messages. You know what, Dub Shadow? If you write the wall of text to me in DMs, I will read it word for word. As long as there's no swear words or dog whistles in it. Even still swear words. No slurs. If you want to play the card game, I'm willing to play the card game. I just also realized that walls of text make it really hard for me to catch up on what was happening. Wait, I forgot to turn that back on. I mean, I did. Oh, and he changed it again, did he? He changed his color again. I'm being trolled with colors, and I don't like it. Luckily, I still have my weird seeing silhouettes brain, so you can't hurt me as much as you wish to. Nothing against TOS, so to speak. Yeah. Normally when I see like a larger text in chat, I'll do a quick scan over it first to be like, is there anything in there that I am going to immediately regret saying out loud? Just 2 tomatoes. Why 2 tomatoes? Because I gots to. A number of times I realized I might have accidentally doxed myself and just panic and pretend nothing happened. I feel that, Mimi. I feel that. seems really happy, which is good. I accidentally showed my current stream. Chat was like, Luna, turn the camera away. Oh my goodness, Luna D, please. And thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Cobalt and a stretch. I have to say, that is anxiety inducing. Scolded me to delete the VOD right away. Oh, yeah. In that situation, that shit needs to be removed instantly. Like, that information needs to be scrubbed, burned, and then burned again. Did when I went home. You've encountered a small group of nomads. Postpone. Hold on, are they... Did I just walk past them? No. You know what? Fine. Pick them up. Extra workers. Oh yeah, we definitely have a thunderstorm. Alright, if I disappear, it's because Thunder did a power removal. I give the warning now, because I don't know how long I have to actually give said warning. If you had done that, I would have... I don't know what I would have done. There would have been a lot of anger. I know that I can do everything I can to control exactly what is visible and still slip up somehow. Yeah, that is the unfortunate life of a streamer. I did everything right and I still lost. I mean, that's actually more of the summary of the human condition to some degree, isn't it? I did everything right and I still lost. Let's do the commune. Could delete some of the houses and replace it with that. I also want to move you somewhere at some point. I don't know where yet, but somewhere. It's just stuff like that that you don't think about happens until it does. Oh! What did we just get? Globetrotter. Visit a mountain. Visit mountains, jungle, desert, ocean, and ruins in a single playthrough. We did it! We're doing great, everybody. Oh, you guys need a smaller work population because it's literally... Oh, and of course, right as I do that is when all the stuff starts to pop up. Of course it is. Your postal code at all times for some reason. Yeah, that's really annoying too. Where it's like... Hey, can we check where you're at right now? And it's like, no. And they ask you that all the time, and it's like, no. Fuck off, Google. Oh wait, we're also in the desert, which means that all the water places have now failed. I wish that there was a way to just immediately be like, all right, all of the water stations are now turned off. All right, you, full, and cactus. You can still technically grow wheat, which is incredible. And I want to give that boy a heal. There's the traveling aspect. There's just a lot of really good aspects to this game. We're gonna see how that tornado treats us. And that sunburst. There's the technology tree. Like, it hits a lot of, like, the spots that you want a game like this to hit. It does it well. I really want to cut these down, but, like... What? No. No. I am so confused. I'm so lost. Nothing happened. There was no break for you guys. Like, I at no point stopped seeing your messages. Heck you, frickin' internet. Heck you, Storm. Can't you see I'm busy doing stuff? You know what? Just since we're here still, let's first save the game. Anybody who hasn't done an entry yet, now is your time. You got like 1 minute, because I don't know if I'm going to lose my internet again somehow. Oh, those rumbles are close. Call it for the night. Have a good one, Brian. Thanks so much for stopping by. We're gonna first do the raffle. Drop to reload button, and then it was a blue screen emote. I thought you would toast for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do the giveaway now just to be good. Just to do it. All right, looks like everybody's got it in. So we're doing a... Oh, you're right. I got the reload too. All right, and we draw. Cobalt, congratulations, you won the game. Congratulations, the endless archive grows. I will toss you. Do I actually have it up right now? I think I had it up for a second. Hold on. I'm just going to toss you the code in DMs really quickly just so that I can confidently say that I did it. There it is. There. Cobalt, 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 cobalt. Boom. There's your code. Done. All right. I think what the right thing to do right now is to go and just raid Psych Olive. I know that we're only like a little bit of time in, but I feel like I'm gonna lose connection again. So we're just gonna play it safe, and we're just gonna have you guys go over to somebody who actually has some decent stability. As much as I hate that, but that is the life that we're living right now, because that storm is coming in pretty hard by the sound of it. And it's gonna be full. Actually, let's make a terrible mistake here and check the radar. Oh yeah, that is a wall. Ooh, baby. We're gonna raid Psych Olive. I'm sorry, everybody, that we're doing this really quickly. But again, congratulations, Cobalt, and thank you, everybody, of course, for stopping by and hanging out with me today. It's sadness that we have to stop early because I wanted to actually get a little bit further in this, but I might potentially just... I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm not going to give that thought any power. So if you're subscribed, top raid message. If you're not subscribed, bottom raid message. Everybody, thank you guys for stopping by. I will be back on Saturday for the 600 follower stream. I need to still plan some stuff for that, but we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do some good times. I'm going to stream for as long as I can. So you guys, as of right now, take care of yourselves. I'm just going to start the raid right now just to make sure that things are good. I'll see you guys the next time that I see you. Good weekend, good weekend. See you guys the next time that I see you. Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves. Wow.